I don't care. No, but do you know what a happiness hater is? Do you know what that term means? What does it mean to be a happiness hater? So I just learned that I can't tap at Walmart. Specifically, the third movement is mine, right? Listen to it all day, every day. I can wake up listening to it, go to sleep listening to it, whatever. But I'm a huge fan of all classical music. And to the viewers who watch me and tune in to me, thank you so much for your views. I really appreciate that. And if you're new to my channel, man, welcome aboard. This is a conscious rant. Okay. And if what you see resonates, like, share, subscribe. Yes! I can feel your energy from 2 planets away. I got my heart. Please, I'm a treasure. Please don't kill my vibe. Please don't kill my vibe. God, I gotta drink some water. It actually looks like makeup. It's so dark. It's not makeup, guys. Like, my eyes are that dark right now. Lights just went off. Okay. I want to be a part of the, I don't know, Laurel and Hardy show.
Oh, that's pretty. Is it the same spot that you had before?
Hey guys.
I'm just saying, wow, the gatekeeping, damn. Why? Because just why would you intentionally negatively affect someone? What would you have to feel about someone to want to hurt them or to want to make someone angry? You need them to mirror, I mean, kind of like a puppeteer pulling strings to try to make someone feel something. It made me think about relationships. Like if I came in contact with someone that I thought, was a real friend to me, and they started doing things that I have already elevated out of, like I would never tolerate, I would never play with, or there are some conversations that I would never revisit because I just know, like when you really fall in love with yourself, the love and respect for yourself will make you respectfully leave someone else. That will trump the love that you feel for them. There are some things you'd like to think that you've made it and matured to a level where not that you can't learn anymore, but the foundation of what you know is so solid. How easily can that be tested? How far can your curiosity take you? That's why I seek the truth. I don't seek to know what this region of people think in this scientific survey. It's just the truth. When people tell you that they have certain scars, you're supposed to be sensitive to it. I'm not saying be eggshelly, but what would make you show a person the consideration of respecting that they've experienced a trauma, and you don't want to do anything when you love someone? You don't want to do anything that would trigger that hurt. I can only imagine what you could create if you used any of that energy on something more positive, more forward moving or thinking, something that was of a higher altitude. But like you are spending all this time wrapped up in the idea of someone else, whether it's me or someone that I know, someone that they're related to, someone that I'm related to. I don't know. I'm just saying, anyone other than yourself. Be obsessed with yourself. Oh my God. This is how I went in there? Ah! If you love me. The circus, I don't want to be a part of it. For those people who are stuck in cycles, they choose those cycles. They choose to be with people that do not honor them, that prevent them from honoring themselves, and will try to create a connection with you, knowing that their exes have feet in the back door, and you don't even know that you're working with people that they used to be with, like weird shit like that. And if people who are watching me if you're concerned, like, she always has like the worst shit to talk about, right? I have seen some shit, and I don't mean just like once or twice. That's why it matters what we do with information when we get it. And I can reflect and I can see people that are hurting, that have been hurting, that have been abandoned and left alone. And everyone just thinks, well, they got what they were coming. This is either a form of karma for what they were doing or something that they did to earn it. No, there are some people that go through because they have psychopaths and sociopaths on the other side of them that are hell-bent on stealing their peace. Those are those happiness haters, those motherfuckers. Those people they make it their career. It's like, what could you have accomplished? What line of business could you have gotten in and actually been successful if you were not so hateful and so dedicated to shaming the shit out of someone that ain't even thinking about your self? You know what I mean? Not to just get in my shadow and get toxic with you, but I'm just saying, but we're allowed. I'm allowed to be angry. I'm allowed to be agitated. I'm allowed to be hurt, just like I'm allowed to heal in private. I'm allowed to heal and show that with you. But yeah, you tell them up front, I don't want to be a part of your ongoing skit, these reruns where you and this person break up and you get back together and break up and get back together. And no matter who you're with or who they're with, this other person always got their foot. When it was my turn, when I made an oath like that to someone, and when it came down time for us to do something, to meet up, I was single and I still opted out of that. Like, hold on, you got somebody now?
I mean, if you got somebody,
What you doing here?
All right, that's all I want to say. I be catching myself too. When I'm saying bad people, like a person is bad, most of the time these are people that are just, they don't have a great relationship with the truth of themselves. They don't know themselves. They don't know anything about healing. They just are unhealed. That's what the majority of bad people are. And there are some people that are truly born evil incarnate. But for the most part, what is perceived as a bad person, especially the bullies, are just people who are, they're unhealed. They're unhealed, unfortunately. I'm listening to myself speak. And even when I write it down, when I say that someone is a bad person, I be checking myself like, what do you mean by a bad person? How are you? What makes them bad? It's like you would think like they know right from wrong. So in what way are they bad? They're not bad, but they're showing up in the way that they're showing up because they are simply unhealed. That closes the mind to other options of actions that can be taken and ways to just be. Happiness haters. What is a happiness hater? I missed the night and the visual gifts of something as simple as a lightning storm. I love a lightning storm. Like, oh my God. I work in the daytime. I miss this in the evening because I get off work and I go home and I'm in. But likewise, like since I'm working overnight now, like I'm only out and exposed in the daytime just to get off and to to go in the house and not be out here in this. Okay, I'm asleep and resting my body and my mind, and so I don't come out a lot. So I've really missed this. So every now and then, not every now and then, I don't hardly miss a lightning storm. I'm just gonna be honest, I don't miss them. So just sharing one with you. It's like, oh, it's doing it, and then I go out. Okay, can you relate? I'm just saying. And there are other things that I like to hear and listen to, like the chitter chatter from my family. Oh my God. I literally have soundtracks of it, okay? I love them. I love to listen to them. You just hold your ground. You'll still be there standing long after they done tapped out, long after they done burnt themselves out. Just minding your business. People that want to play games and start shit with you, you let them do that. Let them play amongst themselves while you just live your life. I used to say, especially when I was in my 20s, it's like I'll never be a victim to the game. The best way to win the game is to not play the game. The moment that you know that somebody is playing with your time and playing with your energy, all you gotta do is walk away from it and be grateful that you saw it when you saw it. Be grateful that it revealed itself when it revealed itself. You don't have to stay and wait to see if maybe they'll stop playing. You were worth them not playing with you, and from the very beginning, you were worth it. You are worth it. So yeah, long after they done got tired of playing with each other, you'll be sitting back just watching, if you even bother to look up. So, I'm on the fence about it. What do you think about accepting an apology from someone that you know they're only apologizing because they got caught? Someone that's had many opportunities to have a conversation with you and just chose not to, just to come clean and be honest. Like I said, people will sometimes people genuinely do feel remorse and they feel guilty about injustice and wrong that they've observed, wrongs that they've committed against you. But what do you, like, if you know that they're only apologizing because they've literally been busted in a lie or in a deception? And man, I don't know what's worse, a lie or someone that's thieving from you. Like, what are you trying to wipe your hands on someone with the fake apology? I don't know. The light side of me would say forgive, and if they're insincere, then so be it. But then the other side of me is just like, what is right? You committed an injustice to yourself to forgive someone, to fake forgive a fake apology. Some people, that's why I said I don't really think that you're really a bad person if that's you that I'm talking about. I just think that you obviously are unhealed, that you don't have a genuine moral compass that tells you right from wrong, that you can't get past a stint of greed or jealousy, envy, just hater. You're just a hater. Whatever the issue is, if you've wronged someone, man, don't apologize unless you genuinely feel bad about what you did. It's okay to sit over there with your hateful heart. Don't apologize if you don't mean it. So loud, but it's still a bright sunshiny day. So someone said that I was a gold digger, and and telling people that were interested in me that they needed to watch out for me. And there are some people that had several years to observe me never asking them for anything. Not only not asking for anything, never even accepting offers There was times that I did have needs. And I'm one of those people that it's like, if I can do it myself, I'm going to do it myself. I'm not going to ask you unless I absolutely need it. I'm not going to do that. And that applies to accepting also. Just because someone offers you money or a car or a home or clothes or discounts or anything like that, it's like you don't have to just, it's like, what is the definition of a user, and how many different ways can you use somebody? And that's what I'm saying. I drive that point all the time whenever I'm stressing to people or emphasizing to people to just use your own mind. You have to think for yourself, because otherwise, you'll look up and you'll have someone who has a tainted agenda for you, a tainted agenda for the person that you might be interested in, for a position, for love, interest, for a number of things. They'll have their own opinion of someone and will completely taint your opportunity to connect with a potential good employee, a potentially good friend, a potentially good mate. There are several people, I won't say a lot, but I will say there are several people who literally slept on me, and I'm just like, not literally, but they slept on me, and I let them too, because I'm like, this one, oh my God, I was so frustrated when this guy, when I was younger, he walked away from a connection with me, and a lot of people speculated like, well, that's because, when you guys were younger, you broke up with him a lot, and so now he's just breaking up with you. The first time he breaks up with you, then it's a problem. And I was like, no, if he broke up with me because of something that I did or something that he was struggling with internally, if the decision is only about me or him, I could have accepted that. I can't accept that. But I knew that it was because he was being influenced. You allowed somebody to come in and influence you against me, against yourself, against what you wanted in your heart. The same for an employer. I had a previous employer that passed me up for several promotions. And I guess the person that made the decision, they felt such conviction about their decision that they literally, I'm like, they sought me out to extend that apology, to apologize for just damaging the connection and not giving me a fair chance, and admitting, like, if we went just off of your resume, if we just went off of, you've been an employee here already for, 3 years, 2 years, whatever, you qualify for this position. But you had a friend of me. You had someone that jumped in there. Maybe you told them that you were thinking about applying for something. And however they knew. And they came with just the right sauce. They said just the right thing that uprooted a decision that, it was pretty much made. We already hired you, but because of one person's input. And so I'm reaching out to tell you that this person is not your friend. You put them down for a reference, and they said something that we took at face value, but it always stuck with me. And every time your name came up for another promotion, those words were considered from that reference, even though we all knew that reference, that person was a disgruntled employee themselves, even though that person had degrees that I didn't have, they had years of experience that I didn't have. They told an untruth about me to someone that was in a position to make a decision. I don't want to say a gatekeeper, but because these are, there are people that are hiring managers and different department heads. They come together and they choose, whenever they're hiring from within. So it's not just about my personal life, like my romantic life, even in my professional, in my career. I have seen it, you guys. And so I'm just saying, people you got to think for yourself. Don't let somebody get in your ear, strategizing and spreading rumors and potential lies as you look up, and it's like, that could be you. That could be your child. It could be your best friend. It could be your mother. And to the men, there's so many men that were raised by single mothers in single parent households. And it's like, when you think about how those women ended up single, they ended up single behind a knucklehead who made some of the exact same decisions that these men that I've been involved with have made. And I'm like, but I'm not your mama. I didn't choose to go out and do what she did in hardening her heart or in opening up her home and her life to men just trying to get it right. Like I am me. And you are. They be looking for that evidence of who you say you are versus who they say you are. Your job is just to be you. But they're looking for that evidence. Let them. So what I wanted to talk about this time was how to know, like how you can pick up on if the narrative has changed and maybe you're actively being stabbed in the back and someone may be promoting a lie about you. If you haven't done anything to change the vibration between you and someone else, there's been no conflict between you, you've not bumped heads about anything, like no disagreements whatsoever, there's nothing like that going on, and all of a sudden their mood changes drastically, how they treat you and how they reference you, how they address you, how they handle you. When it's noticeably different, and like, I'm not saying like if you've had an argument and someone switches up on you because you just had a really explosive argument. I don't mean that. I mean if you have not done anything to ill affect this connection. There's another possibility. Maybe they're doing their own thing and they're self-sabotaging. But I'm talking about ways just to pick up on that should not be ruled out, that there's foul play. There's foul play. If you notice that would be a good time to say, hey, the conversation to me should completely shift when you suspect that what you're dealing with is not even, this is a straw man issue over something that you don't even know what the real issue is, but it can't be this. You have to let yourself have that conversation if you're fighting for a relationship. And on the flip side of that, if you hear something about someone or you think that you're observing something about someone, man, this thing deserves your full investigative hat to be fastened on, your eyes to be open to possibilities of whatever the truth is. Don't let somebody just come up to you and come into your situation, whether it's your love life or if it's work, whatever it is. Don't allow your opinion to be swayed from someone that may have their own personal motives for swaying your opinion and changing your actions, changing your perspective, your perception. You know, I'm just saying, pay attention, man. Don't let yourselves be manipulated like that. How many good friendships and relationships have gone to hell because someone didn't have on the right lens? You're just not discerning. You're not discerning that there's foul play and why there would be. So do you think, just your opinion, when people are apologetic, people who have stolen or lied to you, stolen from or lied to you, they deceived you, they went out of their way, maybe they paid people to do things, if that person comes to you and apologizes, do you think that they are apologizing because their mask is slipping and that they have gotten caught, that they are caught? Or is there some miracle that you think would make them to actually feel guilty and to their idea that they want to repent and to, I don't know, make amends? In my experience, I've received, from the few apologies that I've ever received, are from people who are just, man, they're like wiping their dirty hands, trying to wipe their filthy hands on me. You're trying to wipe your hands on me. Not a remorseful bone in their bodies. Because the evidence that someone is truly sorry for what they've done is, number one, they won't be repeat offenders. So you check that someone has cheated on you or stolen from you. If you, by the grace of God, let them back in your good graces, and the same thing happened again, 4 months later, you know, short time later, third time, you know what I mean? You have to know. Like, you have to know that that's not a genuine apology. And there's nothing wrong with saying, man, get up out of my face with that. Raise up out of here. I'm about to have a Red Bull. Some people ask, but they don't really want to know. They don't want to know. Because when you tell them the truth about your situation or about what you're going through, what you're experiencing, you can see, I can tell you didn't want to know, but you asked. But you asked. Some people just do it just to be cordial, exchanging courtesies. You need anything? Is everything okay? As soon as you say.
Goodbye.